football. You cannot find me a program anywhere in the country that's as successful as North Dakota State, our 50 state in 50 days contestant today. They've dominated FCS football for the last 15 seasons, winning 10 national championships, the most in FCS history. It began with their 5-peat from 2011 to 2015. The Bison went 71-5 in that stretch, including several wins over FBS teams. On December 6, 2014, they defeated South Dakota State in the FCS quarterfinals. Carson Wentz led the Bison on a 76-yard drive with under 2 minutes left, capping it with a game-sealing touchdown. Bison won their 4th straight national championship. On October 1st, 1961, talk about North Dakota resident Roger Maris, one of the greatest athletes to ever come out of this state, broke Babe Ruth's legendary single-season home run record, hitting 61. The mark stood for 37 years before being surpassed by Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa back in 1998. So, Christine, we are just getting started here in North Dakota. In fact, a couple things happening. You see them practicing behind me. Coming up, I'm going to actually be the offensive coordinator and call ball plays during practice. Plus, I'm going to do something you won't believe. You know, it's just God's country up here in North Dakota. Fargo Dome, about 19,000 strong. And I'm just going to tell you something. When that place is rocking, it's one of the loudest stadiums in the country. I don't care where you are. In a program that's won 17 national championships, 10 in the last 14 years since joining FCS, Coach Tim Polasek, I'd say there's a reason for fans to yell and get loud. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's an honor. Appreciate you guys being here.
This is fun for us. Year 2 for you as head coach. All you did was year 1 is win the national championship. No pressure coming into year 2.
Yeah, well, the expectations are high at North Dakota State, but it's one of the things that drew me back to this place. Our players really appreciate the standards that our former players have laid down, and we love the challenge of trying to be better than the year before.
You know, we were talking about it off camera, how this program knows exactly who it is, what it is, and the identity of what North Dakota State football is. This is actually your 3rd stint here. Why was coming back so important after you'd bounced around a little bit, but coming back to what I think you'd call home now for the 3rd time?
Yeah, I'd say for 2 reasons. The type of people that are in this region and the type of kid we want to recruit. And then my wife is from New England, North Dakota. Jill means everything to me, and so to bring her back home was also one of those big reasons. And our leadership, starting with the president, down to Matt Larson, our athletic director, is outstanding.
So you had a pretty interesting start before you became a coach. Give the people what you were doing in your career before you even thought about getting into coaching.
Yeah, well, it was I finished college, and I knew I wanted to coach, but quite frankly, I didn't have the means, to kind of survive without finding another job. So I was working part-time at the University of Stevens Point as a receiver coach, DB coach, and then I also logged. And that's kind of when I got my first call from Coach Bowl. It was about minus 15 degrees, and he said, hey, we want to bring you in for an interview. And I said, well, you name the time and place, and I'll be there. And so that's how that happened. And I was out.
So you were a lumberjack.
I was a lumberjack.
It seems
for Q Block logging out of Scandinavia, Wisconsin.
Oh, so there you go. So you're made tough if you were a lumberjack before you were a head football coach. Now you're back here at North Dakota State again. You won the national championship a year ago. Speaking of this year's team, a lot of coaches will tell you once you win a national championship, you have to forget it immediately. But this place is accustomed to it. So how do you take away from what you did last year relative to what you need to do this season?
Well, it's exactly that. Last year's last year. We don't allow our players to wear national championship stuff, once we get back on campus in January and we start working out. That's the first key, and then trying to eliminate any complacency is critical. And then I think for us, what's so important is that we eliminate distractions. So day in and day out, it's just trying to be the best we can be. We got to get back to the top.
Yeah.
We're not defending anything.
Right.
And that's really important that our players understand that.
So another important thing here for North Dakota State football, I'm actually holding it. It's called the Bison Core Values. This is an exercise that you put your players through. Briefly explain what the exercise is and why it's so important to you in your program.
Yeah, I read an unbelievable book called The Program. And the exercise is for that every individual in the program recognizes their own core values so that each teammate can hold them accountable for those things.
Yeah.
In our lockers, in the locker room, in the practice locker room, we have a mirror and our core values up, and they better look at that every day and be accountable for their core values in our program. Our program's core values are compete, improve, tough. but each individual needs to live up to what their core values are daily.
I'm just telling you, this is a special place. Of any of the programs, I was just in Ohio State 2 weeks ago, and you really get the sense here at North Dakota State, this place understands who and what it is, and it shows with the lineage of coaches that have come through here and won national championships. But the real lineage starts today during practice, because I'm going to be calling ball plays. Are we ready for that? I'm not a lumberjack, but I'm going to call some ball plays.
I think there's two people excited about that. Me being number one, and then Coach Larson, our offensive coordinator, is off the hook because of who the play caller is.
You watch. When I get the headset on, we're going to score like 5 plays in a row. Mark it down. Coach Polasek, we appreciate the hospitality. All right, so we just scored a touchdown here in practice. This is the thing I'm most looking forward to. 50 states, 50 days in North Dakota as they celebrate. Coach Polasek with me. I'm going to start calling ball plays in practice. They have given me the play sheet. They have given me the power. We have scored a touchdown. I'm going to let this play get in because we're on play 13. Coach, we're going to pick this thing up at play 14 after they run this play.
That's right. You got Nate. You're operating with Nate now, so.
All right.
This guy's ready to roll. What are you thinking here? What's your call going to be?
Well, this one looks like a Gun Roger Week 44 Mud Z Ferrari Can 44 Berlin is what it looks like to me. So I'm going to call this next ball play. They just came off a touchdown, a good run there.
All right, here we go.
All right, Nate, ready. Gun right wide, 8 G-Mud lead, X glance. Gun right wide, 8 G-Mud lead, X glance.
Okay, this is cool. So we got an RPO going on here. If he gets man-to-man coverage, you can put it up to the X receiver. If he gets down defense, safety in the box, that's what he'll be looking for. If we get any kind of bracket coverage, he's going to hand this off and let the pin and pull play roll. So it'll be really interesting to see how the Mike plays this out.
All right, so you ready the line back.
Yep, good crease in there. Really good call. That's it.
Hey, did we just score a touchdown on the first ball play? We just scored a touchdown on the first ball play. Matty Ice calling. All right.
Okay, here we go.
All right, Nate. Gun right, con weak squeeze, F dot 46 Badger X spout. Gun right, con weak squeeze, F dot 46 Badger X spout.
I like it. You're pretty good at it. It's unbelievable. That's a good job of pausing in between the motions, the formation, and then the play call. So quarterback really likes those abbreviations.
And the headset communication is relatively new in college football.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Something that everyone's had to pick up on.
Yeah, especially to this level. Last year we had it for the Colorado game, and that was it. Okay, again, we got a chance. There we go. Good job by the nose tackle. 13. Play 16.
All right, here we go. Gun left wing, pro strong, 1, X hitch. Gun left wing, pro strong, 1, X hitch.
Okay, so same thing, kind of the same thought process here. If we get a big box, 9 on 8, 8 on 7, 7 on 6, we should put it up to our superstar here. Bryce Lance is a pretty good player.
So we're about to score a second touchdown.
Yeah, there looks like they're playing some bracket coverage again, though. Big zone, so we're going to hand it. Yep.
So he made the right read.
Yes, exactly right. Quarterback was awesome.
You had mentioned there, too, you got the star receiver. It'd be easy to take that and run with it, but actually he made the right read there with the run.
You're back with Cole.
Nate, here we go.
Cole.
Hop to Cole. Cole's back in. All right, Cole. Hop to gun, rip wide, strong. 47 counter, F dart. Hop to gun, rip wide, strong. 47 counter, Y, F dart.
Okay, so we got a gap scheme play here. All right, and a little bit of relief on the backside. So this is a run under pressure drill. So we want the quarterback to get trained that he's got to find the proper numbers and go to the right spots based on the box.
This is actually the first time since 2021 you've got to have a new starting quarterback. This is a big time for your offense and your group to get ready for the upcoming season with a quarterback.
Exactly right.
So Cole Payton, one of the guys that's going to be competing for that starting job, he's in the drill now. We're going to go to the next play. Reno left on close, 45, can 44. Reno left on close, 45, can 44.
Yeah, this is interesting. It's just really a zone-to-zone play. Depending on what blitz we don't want to run at that week, we put that word can on it.
Right.
So that's alerting the quarterback and the O-line for potential pressure. Or poor numbers to the call side. You can see he's doing a good job with the operation.
Does he have the ability to keep that, reading the defensive end?
Yeah, and he'll make a communication to the guys up front.
Yeah, you can give him a hitch here if you want. You don't have to play him.
Go hitch.
That's what we're doing.
Right here, play 19.
Okay. Here we go. Gun rip, con weak, 46 counter F, X glance. Gun rip,
X
con
hits.
weak, 46 counter F, X glance.
Yep. Tell him he can hitch him.
And you can hitch him.
There you go. So Dan, our OC was just mentioning there, really glances the play call.
Okay.
But we're giving the quarterback alert to go to a hitch adjustment.
So he came by and said, if you want to hit him on the
Yeah,
hitch.
exactly right.
You think he'll do it?
Yes, he is. Gave it again. Too high defense. Too high defense.
This is the final play
Yep.
of this series, and it's still going to be Cole the rest of the way?
Yep.
All right, Cole, left wing, Conf dot, 47 Badger down. Left wing, Conf dot, 47 Badger down.
Yeah, so this is one of those plays that always reminds me to like 2014 or 15 there. We ran like 7 powers in a row.
Yeah.
Against Sam Houston State, who was a powerhouse at our level. And so we'll see if we hit the gap scheme play here off tackle. Again, the point of attack, 47, is going to be on the tight end and tackle here on the combination. Good knockback by the defense.
I'm going to be honest, I was hoping for a trick play in my set.
Yeah.
Like I wanted.
Cut it.
All right, so that's it. How was my citizen offensive coordinator?
2 touchdowns, a big run, and a run under pressure drill in the gold zone. That's pretty good.
That's right. So when they score on one of those plays this year, just remember this moment in training camp that we had. We're calling ball plays.
We're going to call a trick play in your name, sir.
There we go. We're going to have that. I assure you, no other coach in the country has given us this kind of access. We appreciate you letting me call some ball plays. Kept the quarterback competition going. What a fun day here at North Dakota State. And Christine, look, now I'm an offensive whiz. You're going to have to contend with that when I get back to Bristol.
Go Bison.
I'm going to echo the beautiful time of year. It certainly has been that in North Dakota. A little Matt stat for you. I know everything's sports related, but we found something interesting about this state. Did you know that the state of North Dakota is the highest producing state of honey anywhere in the country? More honey comes from North Dakota than any other state in the country. In fact, in 2023, 38.3 million pounds of honey from this state. So naturally, I woke up bright and early to harvest honey, and it was beautiful. All right, for the first time in SportsCenter history, we are going to be harvesting honey. Can you believe it? It's happening right now. I have to put on a bee suit so I don't get stung. I've never worn a bee suit in my life. I know you can believe that one. So here we go. Now my only concern with putting on this bee suit, one, is because you're kind of covered from the sun, so will I not get any vitamin B? But either way, you have to be suited up for our sting operation. You know what's funny about this is my co-anchor Christine, she probably thinks this is like fashion forward. She's like, oh Matt, finally some fashion. I get it. I understand. When you're in TV or you're an athlete, you really take pride in being a starter, being on the A team. But for today, I am thrilled to be a part of the B team. All right, we are fully dressed. It is time to harvest some honey. Full circle moment for me, by the way. I used to host the spelling bee. Now I'm going to be working with the bees to harvest some honey. So to help me do that, owner Paul, daughter-in-law Brittany, or in these parts, the queen bee of the operations. Paul, thank you so much for making some time for me. Brittany, how are you? Good morning. First of all, I'd like to point out, Paul, thank you for making us look so soft. My man's just wearing a button-up and a hat around the bees. I can tell you guys are that close and intimate with the bees. So let's get started here in harvesting the honey. Walk me through the process of what these are and how we get it done.
It takes a while for the hives to build up, but we're at the start of our harvest season right now. So now is where we're pulling off these individual boxes. We put them on the truck and then head out to our facility where we do the extraction process.
Production is kind of winding down now. The flowers are slowing down, but this is what they've accomplished this summer. They brought this in throughout the summer.
Let's have at it. Let's scoop some of this freshly made honey. Oh, that looks delightful. Try not to eat any of the beeswax. All right, so I've got the honey. We're gonna unhook me to get under the suit. Not taking the hood off. I'm not that though. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, my.
No.
Congratulations. So that's just right off of it. I mean, that is incredible.
Yeah.
It's the best way to have it.
So it has happened. We've made history. Matt B with the bees. Oh, look, it got in there. He's now the king bee.
I thought you were going to eat the bee.
Our thanks to Three Bears Honey for letting us out there and invade their honey harvesting. Well, no, I'm not going to eat the bee. But, Christine, we looked ahead. We sent some Three Bears Honey to Bristol, and it goes right to the store. So you're getting fresh-made honey. Can you please, for the people, give us a taste there on live television?
Yes, and did you get to have the honey while you were out there?
Yes. Didn't you just watch the piece? I ate it on live TV.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Did you say you ate it? It was delicious. I also got
The honey dance.
Some raw honey as well. I'm very excited about this. I'm putting this in my tea every single day until it runs out. Thanks, Matt Barrie.